Hi band, in today's episode I'd like to talk about practicing for a goal. Today you have so much on your plate. You have school in person, you have cyber school, you have the Friday Zoom meetings. In fact, it actually almost seems like you have triple school, I'd imagine. So, you get through school, then maybe you have some family time, maybe you have some time with your friends, maybe you play some video games, maybe you go to your church group, maybe you do some chores. What happens is you get through all of that day, right? And then you finally get to sit down and you're like, wait a minute, I gotta practice now. All of a sudden, it doesn't feel like fun, it feels like work. I did a previous video on the importance of practicing. Now, if what I just mentioned describes how you're feeling, you're gonna wanna check out that video. But this video is totally an entirely different purpose. When I hear people play, sometimes it's obvious to me that they didn't practice. They fumble through passages, play things incorrectly, and really it's because of two things. Number one, we simply just didn't practice. And that's with the other video that will be linked down in the description. But number two, and this is probably what I'm hoping more frequently, is did you practice for the right reason or the right purpose? Well, why do we practice? Let's answer that. If your answer is to get better, of course that's an obvious answer, but you gotta get more specific than that. One of the reasons we practice is to build muscle memory. Think about tying your shoes. The first time you tied your shoes, it was all a mess, and you had a little saying to remember how to tie them. Well, now you can tie them with your eyes closed because you've done it so many times, your fingers just know what to do with the muscle memory. You don't have to think about it really hard. So change your mindset about why you are practicing. What specifically are you trying to achieve? It might not always be the same thing. Once you have a goal and you have a purpose to practice, just beyond getting better, it makes it more interesting. In fact, somewhat even fun to achieve. Almost like a game. Yes, a video game, okay? You can play a specific level over and over and over again to try to conquer it or achieve the goal. And every time you do it, along the way, you're learning, okay, I need to jump at this point in time. I need to duck at this point in time. I don't want to open that door because something's going to attack me. You're memorizing how to navigate through this kind of obstacle course in a way. What you're doing is you're practicing for a purpose. Your purpose is to make it through that level. That's the exact same way you should approach practicing your instrument. When you sit down to play something out of your lesson book, actually look at the example. Usually they're short. Look at that example and think to yourself, okay, what is the goal that I'm trying to achieve? Is it a key signature? Is it a rhythm? Is it a range of notes? Is it a finger pattern that they're trying to get me to learn how to play? Don't just play it just to play it. If you do that, you're not going to go anywhere. You have to know why you're playing what you're playing. More than just, well, Mr. Roach said that's what I'm supposed to play. Once you figure out the goal, it takes your practicing to a whole new level because now you actually understand what it is you're trying to achieve or what you need to do to beat that level. Good luck practicing with a purpose.